Morning, I'm Graham from Castle Cameras, and a good morning it is too, because I have not one but two really cool things to play with today. The first being this, the EOS R5. Now, you may have seen our earlier video where it was a pre-production sample where we looked through a few of the stats and whatnot, but this is a fully working camera. So today we're going to shoot some video, we're going to take some stills, and we're going to find out what this thing can really do. And for that, we need a model, and that's where the second really cool thing comes in, because we've also got this, the Porsche Taycan. So in the earlier pre-production model video, we talked through the specs of this camera, the 45 megapixel, the high ISO of 512,000, 12 frames per second on the mechanical shutter and 20 frames per second electronic. We also talked about the incredible AF performance, including that IAF for animals, including birds, which is amazing. But beyond that, we also really want to find out how this thing works, shoots, and look at some real-world examples. So today we'll do some 4K video with this, we'll do some 1080 video, we'll take some RAW, we'll take some JPEG, and what I'll do, I'll put a link in the description below where you'll be able to download some of these files so you can have a look at them on your own computer at home to find out what this thing can really do. But without further ado, let's get into it. Originals.
To help us test the Canon EOS R5, we roped in one of our customers, James Mitchell. James is a car photographer, and you can check out his Instagram at Hot Rod Postcards. He works for a couple of vintage hot rod magazines and regularly supplies them with these amazing images. So to get underway, we had James shoot his normal set of car portraits. Normally you'll find James using his EOS 5D Mark III and a 7D Mark II, so he's still very much a DSLR user, but he's got a huge set of EF mount glass, including his favourite, the 85mm f1.4 L series lens. Upon picking up the R5, he immediately remarked how easy it was to use and to navigate. All the buttons, the layout, the menus, all felt very familiar and logical. So coming from the EOS 5D Mark III and 7D Mark II, he was able to get underway really quickly, and it made that transition very simple. He also remarked how amazing the L series, the EF L series glass worked on the adapter on the R series camera. Again, making that transition from the DSLR user to a mirrorless user very straightforward and simple. He was able to achieve his normal excellent high-res images, that 45 megapixel sensor obviously making that very easy. And when I managed to wrangle it out of his hands, I filmed that little bit of video that we saw at the beginning, and again I was very impressed, particularly with the tracking AF technology. It did not miss a beat as it was tracking that car down the road. So what we're going to do, well, I'm going to supply all of James's JPEGs and his RAW images, so you can in fact download them and have a go at editing them yourself on your own computer to see what the R5 is really capable of. So to finish off the test, I actually managed to wrangle the camera out of James's hands, and then I put it through an ISO torture test. So as you can see, shooting at ISO 100, super clean, straight out of the camera, no problem at all. Going up the ISO range, 200 again, very clean, no problems. 400, clean, as you would expect. 800, we're starting to see just a tiny bit of noise in the shadows, but this is to be expected with a really high resolving camera. So as we move into 1600, again, that noise starting to become a little bit more obvious in the picture. 3200 again, and then 6400, still very much a usable image. Things start to degrade when we get to 12,800, but still you can push this thing, and these are unedited images straight out of camera, so get these in a RAW converter, and I'm sure things can clean up nicely. So again, these are all available to download so you can have a look for yourself. So to summarise, as you can see, the R5 is a fantastic camera and a great choice if you are a current DSLR user with a load of L series lenses for your 5D4, your 5D3, etc. You can then take those lenses with you over to this new RF mount system and still get incredible results. So the R5 is available to order with us now at castlecameras.co.uk. Come and place your order and get involved in the mirrorless revolution.
Splice Original.